Welcome everyone again to the APAC Accelerator Network Forum for today's afternoon session. Hope you enjoyed the lunch and had a rest. You must all agree, venture capital is a vital part of successful acceleration for new startups. Therefore, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to today's forum Ms.Madeline Song, a global investment partner at Siemens Venture Capital. She will share with us her presentation entitled Siemens Venture Capital Stands Together with Innovative Entrepreneurs. Please, let us put our hands together to welcome Ms.Madeline Song.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate this opportunity today. And for Siemens Venture Capital, it's first time we are in Taiwan, and we have this big crowd days. We want to expand our Asia activity in Taiwan. You know, is always representing high innovative spirit. So I hope that we can do something with all the crowd here in the future. Siemens Venture Capital, I don't know how many of you have been working or knowing of Siemens Venture, but we've been active in the market for more than 20 years. I'd like to share some background information of our company. Siemens Venture is 100% owned Siemens AG, and it's a separate owned entity, SVC GmbH, and we are part of Siemens Financial Service Company. I'd like to start my speech with sharing one quote. This is one quote that from Mr. von Siemens, 1886. It tells us pretty much our value proposition, that the process of invention is useful and clearly successful only when it is closely linked to addressing directly relevant questions. That is where we're from and where we're going. That's how Siemens Venture Capital are looking for. We look for invention, innovative ideas and models that clearly address people's living, the relevant problems in our nowadays, really production wars or industrial infrastructures, anything that really cure the problem of today. I know for sure that you all know Siemens, but please allow me to share some of the big data. Because that's our base of Siemens Venture. We work in this field, and that's where our money funding coming from. We have 4 sectors in Siemens. Energy sector, which covers power generation, that's including fossil power or oil and gas divisions. We have wind power, power transmission, and energy service. And we accorded 26.6 billion euro for 2013 fiscal year. For healthcare, we covers imaging, therapy, and clinical products, diagnostics, customer solutions, which accounted 14 billion size in 2013. In industry, we have industry automation, drive technologies, customer service, that's aggregated 18.6 billion. And last, we have infrastructure and cities that covers rail systems, mobility and logistics, low and medium voltage, smart grid, and building technologies. That is our revenue for 2013 is 17.9 billion. So all in all, for 2013, Siemens economic size is about 75.9 billion euro. Another thing I want to share with all of you is Siemens Venture Capital is part of Siemens Financial Service product. So I want to introduce our Siemens Financial Service. That's actually very relevant to our VC business. We pretty much can provide more than just equity investment, but we share our financial service, other banking product to our invested portfolios. So Siemens Financial Service has all in all 10 units. We have commercial finance, that's including the very basic commercial type of product, leasing, equipment finance, vendor finance. We have pension, treasury, financing and investment management, and we also have project structured finance for infrastructure and city industry sector, healthcare sector, and the financial and energy sector. On the left side, we have insurance, trade finance advisory, and you see venture capital fits into also part of this 10 activities in our financial product. Now let's get into Siemens Venture. This is very, I would say, Siemens started from 1980s. 1983, we had the first fund-of-fund investment. At that time, we were under the corporate finance and the corporate technology. In the 90s, that's when Silicon Valley tech venture was blossom. So Siemens was very active in the 90s. We had the first direct investment in 1996, first M&A in 1995, and at that time we have lots of venture arms in different business unit or sectors. We have Siemens Venture Capital, we have Mustang Venture in Silicon Valley, and we have Infineon Venture. At that time, Infineon was a division of Siemens. And we have SBS Venture, Siemens Mobile Accelerator. And till today, these all venture activities are under one roof, under Siemens Venture Capital GmbH. We are a company-wide process, and we mean to have one face facing the communities. Starting 2007, Siemens Venture Capital start to, it's a part of Siemens Financial Service, and we expanded our previous venture capital activities into growth capital, PE fund-of-fund, VC fund-of-fund. Right now we have this team in SVC GmbH. Now is some fact of Siemens Venture Capital, what we are doing today. We have 3 lines of business. First is what we call corporate venture capital. It really means direct investment to the portfolios. And we have private equity assets management that advises 1.2 billion euro under assets management. We have Siemens Global Innovation Partner, which is a VC fund-of-fund. Organizational-wise, we are one business segment of Siemens Financial Service. We have special investment vehicle, the SVC GmbH holding from Germany, and we also have established RMB holding in China to fit China market. We have 33 employees in 4 offices. We have Munich as a headquarter, Boston, Palo Alto in the US, and Beijing in Asia. Last year in 2013, we had 46 transactions at a total volume of 154 million, And we have, up to today, 1.1 billion euro under management. Speaking out our corporate venture capital activities, the direct investment fund, we currently set up 5 direct investment funds: energy fund, healthcare fund, industry fund, infrastructure and city fund, and last month we newly launched what they call Industry of Future Fund. For our direct investment team, we have 15 people throughout the 4 offices, and right now we have 24 portfolios on our book. Starting 1999, we started direct investment under SVC. We invested 170 portfolios, and we had invested more than 800 million euro total. Oops. What's our size? If we talk about direct investment, we have the 4 sector fund: energy fund, industry fund, healthcare fund, and infrastructure and city fund. Allocation is 60 million euro annually, and we have total commitment of 100 million US for the Industry of Future Fund, and we invest into typical venture or growth capital target and focus on US, Europe, and APAC region. Our private equity assets management team is responsible for the full PE fund-of-fund investment process advice, serving Siemens Pension as a client, and we invest into the global perspective, into buyouts fund, growth fund, secondary fund, or special opportunity fund. Our VC fund, what they call Siemens Global Innovation Partners, SGIP. SVC started fund-of-fund investment since 20 years ago. The current SGIP Fund 1 is vintage of 2009. VC fund mainly invest into VC fund globally, but targeting Asia Pacific, we also expand some of the allocation into growth capital. Right now we have 21 VC fund under portfolio. LP base Siemens Pension Trust, and also some non-Siemens European institutional investors. Right now, our SGIP1 portfolio is very well diversified. If you see the bar chart, we actually spread out from the sectors, the consumer, TMT, IT, and we also spread from early growth to late. And region-wise, we have majority investment in the US, and we have 23% in Europe. Right now in Asia, we have 11%. So if we see what SVC is really doing, we are corporate partner, we are general partner, we are limited partner, and we are advisor for asset management. This is very straightforward chart. That's we invest from early stage to IPO. We also did PIPE, but we prefer to do more of from early stage to IPO stage. This is very crowded chart, but that's introduces our investment interest of each of the fund. The new startup, the new launched Industry of Future Fund is targeting on early stage innovative ideas. So for this one, we look for technology, we have higher risk tolerance, and It could be not profitable, and it's smaller round, longer exit period time. So that's actually, I would believe that we have a lot of things that we can work out with Taiwan entrepreneurs, because Taiwan has been having the reputation very strong in the innovation R&D area. And we also invest into the typical venture investment from the revenue break even to growth period. And of course, we also like the growth opportunity that before IPO, later stage investment. This is how we see our proposition. Lots of questions to corporate VCs, too rigid, too slow, lots of questions, no commitment. And some corporate VC even come in, invest, and become the question makers, right? Not really towards the financial returns. But Siemens Venture Capital is looking for financial objectives and strategic objectives. We invest into the crossing shadows. So we look for good technology. We want to foster the innovation, and we like to work with entrepreneurs developing their market potential and their networks, and we want to reach the financial gains with the entrepreneur together. Here's some characters that we think Siemens can offer to the portfolios that we invest. We have lots of cash. We basically draw down from the balance sheet, so we don't have limit, and we don't really go with the economic circles. When you have very high circles, you have lots of money to invest, lots of pressures, and when you are down, you're short of LP commitment. For Siemens, we don't really experience that circle, so we have very consistent steps supporting our portfolios. We have deeper pocket. We had experience that under some downturn in certain regions, our co-investors all having problems, backing up the ideas, but Siemens tend to be always to be the last one to not want to give up because we are so diligent on understanding the technology and the problem the technology can solve. So we have very strong belief on the company that we invest, and also we also have strong financial backup, and we have the network. So Siemens tend to be the very strong corporate partners to our portfolios. We have know-hows to exchange to our entrepreneurs, helping them on production management, quality control, establishing the global market distributionship. We have customer to share. We could be your customer, and we also have our customer to share with you. We also have our resources open to our invested companies. We share Siemens Lab, Siemens R&D. We share lots of IP rights. So that's also something very unique for innovative type of entrepreneurs. We can also be the OEM. We have manufacturing facilities. We have buying power, and we also, of course, back up the company with our reputation and our credibility. These slides I put together, and this is first time we show to the public. This is, I would think, something could work very, very good with Taiwan entrepreneur community. Industrial Future Fund, we newly launched last month. Right now we have 2 investments already. If you see the bottom, one is 3D visualization software, and one is cyber security. This has very, very open-minded view. Anything that we think that we can influence the industry world in the future would be our concept to invest. We look for the really future ideas. Any Internet of Things, cloud-based PLM softwares, or cybersecurities, anything that changes the behavior and helps the human behaviors in the industry side. We typically, for this fund, we invest less than 1 million per round, and we look for very early startup, in a sense. So, this is so far Siemens Venture Capital in Asia. We have Beijing office established in 2006. We had 3 investment professionals based in Beijing. The 3 professionals representing the direct investment only. And we so far made 3 investment, 3 exit with very high return. That gives us lots of confidence in this market. And we launched RMB holding vehicles in China. And this vehicle gives us the access to China deal. You know, China is a very different market. Lots of regulations and laws are not very compliant with international laws. So this will give us a lot of good paths that we can walk into that market in an easier way. Our VC fund of fund, SDRIP1, had made 2, I would say, Greater China Venture Growth Fund investment. Our PE fund of fund has invested 1 Pan-Asian Growth Buyout Fund and 2 Pan-Asian Fund of Fund. So that's lots of very background information of our Siemens Venture Capital, and further crowded pictures. That's all of our global colleagues from the 4 offices, and contact information. So I want to take the opportunity to tell our audience here that we are fully prepared to go into the Asian market. I think Siemens can bring our entrepreneurs or our co-investors with the global market channels, not only helping a Taiwan company go to mainland China. It's not the scene. We want to help our portfolios go beyond into the global channels. That's how I want to bring this clear signal here. So, thank you. Any questions?
Thank you very much, Ms.Madeline Song, for your wonderful presentation and introduction about Siemens Venture Capital. Thank you.